everyone, Randy here, and today we're going to be installing a light bar on my truck here. I've got an AuxBeam. I went with the 20-inch light bar here, so let's get this unboxed. At least I believe this is like 20-inch. We'll have to double check that here. Just the light bar, no wiring kit. And the mounting hardware there. I guess we gotta go off that end. Okay, so there we go. This is AuxBeam's, I believe it's the C3. You kind of see kind of the cool shimmering there. C3 light bar. Two rather heavy gauge wires, I'll have to say, if you look at that. Hopefully the camera will focus. There we go. Yeah, look at those wires. Those are, I would say, folks, at least 14, if not maybe 12. They might be 12. No, I'm going to say 14. I'm going to guess 14 there. Don't look like they're quite big enough for 12. That's not quite going to stay. Yeah, you know what? There, now it'll stay there. Okay. And we'll just check out the mounting hardware here. And then I'll show you folks where I'm thinking I'm going to mount this. Now, initially when I got the light, I was thinking something a little different. And then I realized it may not quite work the way I was intending. So there's the mounting brackets and the hardware. Ooh, they even include three Allen keys. I don't know why we need 3 of them for. I only see one Allen bolt in there. Oh, maybe I wonder, they must maybe fit the Allen ones along here in the side maybe. I don't know why they would send you Allen keys to take this apart with, but whatever. And you can probably see it and you can hear it. The screws, or the nuts I should say, running back and forth in there. So we're going to get this set up, and let me reposition the camera here a moment, folks, and I'll show you where I'm planning on putting this. Okay, so when I was selecting the light bars, I knew I had 2 holes on the front of my bumper here. I was thinking they were up here. They're actually in the front. So, without changing anything, I could mount it right here. I don't exactly like that idea. I don't like the idea of this being, you know, the front bumper on my truck. I could mount it underneath the bumper. If you notice, I've got little ones mounted on the side here. I mounted those several years ago. They are the fog lights. They work really nice, folks, really nice. Got them mounted nice and low there. Camera here. And that's going to be another video, right, by the way, is this camera. So we'll get into that later, but this will be another video here with this camera. I could mount it under here, but to me, folks, that seems a little low. So, what I'm thinking I'm going to do, if it works anyway, hopefully with the angles and stuff, I'm going to mount or drill 2 additional holes up here. So hopefully it'll sit up here as opposed to here, because I really don't like I said, like the idea of it being the front of my bumper. I'd rather have it up and protected a little bit. Running into a deer or something like that is always a very real possibility. And to be honest, even if it is up here, it's probably going to get destroyed if that does happen. But oh well. This truck has ran into countless deer, folks. Countless. Well, it's not quite countless. Probably at least a half a dozen, I'm going to say. I think my dad's replaced the front end here like twice. This is just a plastic grill, by the way. It's plastic. I think he's replaced it twice. Deer just destroy it. There's a humongous dent on that side where a deer literally ran into the truck. I mean, into it. Ran into the side fender there. Pivoted around, collapsed the passenger door in. We couldn't even open the window, or the door latch didn't even work. We had to pull everything back out there and fix everything. They must have been a monstrous deer, is all I can say. Is it just pretty much damaged the truck the whole side down as it ran into it, pivoted back, spun back around and hit the kind of towards the rear of the tire there, the fender on the rear tire. So anyway, let's like I said, folks, I think I'm going to set this up, mount my brackets, make sure it's going to fit on here, and then I'm going to drill some holes. Okay, so let's get our brackets here set up. There's the screws. They do have a couple different mounting options. And I initially went with this option thinking that would be the best because I thought the holes were on the front of the bumper, or on top of the front of the bumper there. They're on the side, so there might have been a better option for this. But this is what I have. So this is what I'm going to see once if I can work with, which I should be able to. I don't know why not. So we got 2 large bolts. I'm assuming those are the ones that go through there. Yes. And we have 2 washers and 4 little hex. Wow, they're regular screws, but they got the Allen key, X key. And I suppose, you know what? I could probably put the nuts in, or the bolts in there too, I guess. Might as well. Like I said, this is just kind of for trying it out purposes here, just to make sure it's going to line up the way I want it to. Okay, is it that one? Yes, it is. Oh, it's going to mess me up a little bit, I think, because that bumper is not perfectly level. It's kind of like that. So hopefully this will mount properly so the light's shining more or less straight out, probably down just a little bit, but not much. Now, this, by the way, is very much not road legal, so while we'll be using it on the road, I won't have it on. The light bar won't be on when I'm driving down the road. So let's see once here. Again, let me back the camera up so you folks can see this. Okay, the way we got the brackets mounted on there, it looks like it's going to point down just a little bit, but I think it might be almost perfect. We'll have to see once. If not, then the brackets probably have to be flipped around here. I'll have to flip them around the other way. And then I don't know if I can get it to pivot down enough or not. We'll have to see once, but this looks like it's almost perfect. Like I said, the brackets would actually work perfectly here. I wouldn't have to do anything other than screw them on, probably add a few extra. Probably have to have something for a spacer in there. I don't think I can mount it straight to it, but it would actually work perfectly right there. But yeah, like I said, unfortunately, I kind of want it up like here a little bit, so it's not front of the bumper. Even with this, it is actually still hanging out just a bit. Anyway, let's grab my drill and we'll drill some holes. This little lid or edge here might give me some trouble too. We'll have to see once, but we'll figure it out hopefully. Okay, so I got a drill. I think this is actually metric hardware, but I've got a 5/16 drill that seems to be about the right size. We'll see once. If the bolts don't fit, I'll just have to go up a drill size. But anyway, I'm going to put the bracket on here, and I'm just going to try to line it up with the 2 holes that are currently in there and go with that. Hopefully that'll work. Kind of get a mark going there. Not sure how hard this is, so hopefully it's not too hard to drill. I wonder if I should get a straight line on there, because this isn't exactly straight. In fact, folks can probably see from the camera here. Again, I think this was deer damage here, or this bumper is a little bit... Actually, I'm not sure how, but this part here is pulled up, probably because when we straighten it, it's not down. I suppose I could always get like a hammer and pound that back down, but we'll just stick it in there somewhere. Okay, we got it marked. Let's start drilling. Make sure there's nothing back behind there first. And we're through. That wasn't too bad. Taking it slow and easy here. Make sure there's nothing back behind this one either. There shouldn't be. binds up there a little bit when it goes through. Okay, there we go. I would have had to enlarge those holes, I guess, if I used them. Okay, let's see if this fits now. Okay, we got the mounting brackets on there. They're just loose air at the moment. Now let's see how this fits. Ooh, look at that, bolts. Actually fit through the holes good. Hey, there we go. That actually doesn't look too bad. I think it points down a little more than I would like it to. But I'm thinking I'm going to put some extra nuts or washers on here. Just one extra nut. Tighten this down. And then I'm going to bolt it to that. And that'll maybe space me up just a little bit. Hopefully, maybe get a little bit better angle. We'll see how that works. I've also got some either nylon or rubber washers I think I'm going to put on here. Both top side and underside. So we'll see how that goes. So let me grab that in a moment, folks, and we'll actually get this mounted up, and then we got to do the wiring. Okay, so I think I'm ready to install the light bar here. I went ahead and grabbed some nylon washers. These are steel washers, but I'm going to put some nylon washers so that'll meet the bumper there, hopefully. And like I was saying, I put a extra nut on there. Got that tightened down. So a regular washer, nylon washer. These are the biggest ones I have, unfortunately, so that's going to have to do, I guess. And then we're just going to set that on there, hopefully without losing any of this. And hopefully this will be long enough to put another nylon, another regular, and then the nut finally. Oh, and a lock washer. Then the nut. So if you get the idea, a lot of washers. That was way too easy. Way too easy. A little bit of a tight spot to get into because this black piece here kind of curves under a little bit. Oh, and I forgot there are washers that go with this. Oh well, I got my own. These are standard washers, by the way. So I'm just using standard washers, and these are metric bolts and nuts, by the way. Oh yeah, way too easy. I must be doing something wrong for those nuts going that easy. Now, problem is I don't know if I can get to them now. Plus, not to mention I do need to tighten up these here too. I don't know if I can get to those either, so I actually might have to take this back off again. So much for being easy. I think that'll help. It's going to push it up just a little bit. It's still angled down a little more than I'd like, but it'll have to do. So okay, let me take this back off again. Let me get everything tightened back up, more or less centered this thing. Because yeah, I don't think I can get in there with the Allen screws or the Allen wrench to tighten this. So I'm going to have to tighten it by hand a little bit. Hopefully it'll stay there. And then we'll have to put this all back together again. Okay everyone, I think we're ready to start wiring the project here. And what I've got are two relays mounted here. I've already actually done some of the wiring for this already earlier. During Thanksgiving holiday here, I did this. This wiring here is for the, what I call fog lights. Those are the lights that are already on here. And then yeah, during Thanksgiving I installed another relay here and ran the wire to inside the truck on a switch there. And you can see the loose blue wire here. That is where our new light is going to connect. So that is just hanging out there. And then, like I said, I got two switches on the dash there. The original one for this, and then I added a new one for this one. Pretty simple. All I had to do, bring one more red wire into the truck there, use the existing wire on the other switch to splice it in, and then just, yeah, one hot red wire. I don't recall which wire's which here again. You can see it's kind of all tangled up. But what I've done is I got two 10-gauge wires running from the battery to this side of the truck here. One is for the lights here, and then the other one goes to the accessory port inside the truck. I think I showed you folks in that one of the videos there. I got one of these 4-port accessories that is specifically for that. And then there is a relay inside the truck for that as well. So all of this stuff, these two relays, and then the relay for my accessories only come on when the key is on the truck. I basically found a hot wire behind the fuse panel there. The hot wire, it's the one that's hot when the truck is in run or on position. And then yeah, pretty much just getting power from that, so it powers the relays. So they're not really taking any power from it other than to run the relays. And these relays actually control the 10 gauge wire, you know, the main power. For those that have to understand how the relays work, hopefully I explained that somewhat badly. So anyway, we're gonna get a wire. Like I said, it's gonna go on this blue wire here, and we're gonna run it down here. I've got a ground connection right here. We're gonna connect the ground to, and then we'll run it down to the front there. Should be a nice short run. I've got some loom, and I got some 14 gauge wire, and we're gonna get this wired up here. Okay, so I got a ground wire hooked up there, in the process of running my red hot wire. And we're gonna get this connected up to the blue wire here. Debating if I want to leave that long or just cut it off. I think we're just gonna leave it that long and call it good. So we'll just pull that end off. A little bit too long, so we'll cut it short. If I cut this wire now, my goodness. There we go. And then just going to use some of these connectors here. Blue, 14 gauge. And these are supposed to be heat shrink, if I recall correctly. Let me get that over here done up here too as well. Put this one on first, actually. Okay, that did not work. I don't know what I did wrong there. We'll just cut that off, I guess, and try that again. Looks like I literally crimped the wire off. Okay, and we'll get another one. Make sure I zip it back up, otherwise I don't want it falling over. And next thing I'll be picking them up for the next 2 hours. Okay, that one's in good. There we go, that seems to have worked. Okay, good. Now this will actually fit over one. Okay, so I'm going to have to get a heat gun in a moment, and we'll heat that up. Okay, I got the wire ran down, basically ran it down the side behind the headlight here, down the side, and then across the bumper here. Got the wires hanging out. I do have a bit of extra here, so I'm just going to make it easier to work with. And then I did add loom, some wiring loom to this as well, just to protect this cord. Okay, so let's just cut them off about the same length here.
pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's got some nice light there. That's only 2 of them too. We got a third one yet. It's always kind of dark on this side.
2 of them, what do you mean? Oh,
There's a third one yet.
you can put in, oh, you mean you can add another light to it?
Yep. It's in the box yet.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, okay, right. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
take the middle one out and
Oh, yeah.
okay, folks, here we go. Moment of truth. We're just gonna turn it to the on position here. Hopefully that'll be enough to activate it. And I've got 2 switches here. I don't know if you folks can see these or not. So there's my fog lights. That's that switch. And then the new switch. Oh yeah, folks, that's some light. So I'll flip the switch on here again. And there we go. That is some light. Now I don't want to leave it on too long here because I don't have the truck running, but there's the new light. That is definitely quite bright. It's not dark outside yet, so I can't really test it outside, but yeah, there we go. So yeah, with that, that'll do the install this AuxBeam. Like I said, I believe this is the 20-inch light bar. So with that, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time. Okay, folks, how do you like that? It was green out here when I came in the barn to start working on this. Now it's nice and white out. It actually was a white Christmas yet. Just the day after Christmas there, it was in the mid-50s and the snow melted pretty quickly. Looks like now it's coming back again.